What's up, everybody? This is your boy Khalid, aka Charismatic Lee, with another episode of Talk What You Know. So I know it's been a long time, and I apologize for that. Know you guys are hungry. So this weekend is a huge weekend for college football, and I figured I would come through and make a video because a lot of people ask me what I'm betting, how I'm betting, what I'm thinking. Keep in mind that I know nothing at all. So don't take anything too literally. These are just my opinions. And let's dig right into it. So this weekend, I want to specifically focus on just the ranked teams. I don't want to waste time talking about if Cheese Whiz U is going to beat Maine, because, like, who cares? There's so much happening in the ranked world this weekend that is just bananas. And we got powerhouse teams going up against doormats, and there should be a lot of covering this weekend. So your straight bets should be good. I don't really bet straight. I'm more of a parlay guy. Parlay meaning all of your bets have to be correct in order to win the ticket, but you're taking more of a risk so you win more money. However you decide to bet, I would bet heavy on some of these parlays. This is not the weekend for the $5 parlays. Like, why? So, having said that, let's get straight into the rankings. The number one team in the country is Alabama. And guess who Alabama plays on Saturday night, October 19th at 9 p.m.? They play Tennessee. And Tennessee is 2-4, if I'm not mistaken. And they are one of the doormats of college football this year. Tennessee is having a down year. However, they did beat Mississippi State last week, 14-10. Keep that in mind as we talk. Anyway, the line is minus 34.5, meaning that Alabama, the number one team in the country, playing one of the country's doormats in Tennessee, has to beat Tennessee by at least 35 points. And I say take Alabama minus 34.5. I do believe in my heart that they are going to run up the score and drop 50 or 60 on Tennessee and not allow them to score more than a touchdown or two. I don't see this as a high-scoring game on Tennessee's, and I think Alabama will cover with ease. They should be up by like at least 28 at halftime, and then the rest is cake. Number two, LSU. And I forget off the top of my head who LSU plays. They play Mississippi State. Ha! So think about it. If Tennessee is the doormat of college football and they beat Mississippi State last week, the number two team in the country is playing Mississippi State, and the line is only minus 18. That's like saying, here, the casinos in Vegas are saying, take this win and have fun with it. Now, it is an SEC match, so I don't know why Vegas made the spread so low and minus 18. Maybe they think Mississippi State is going to rock with LSU, but I think LSU is going to smash Mississippi State and walk all over them. Definitely, I would take LSU at minus 18. They play Mississippi State at 3:30 on Saturday. Next, we have Clemson, and Clemson plays Louisville, however you pronounce it. Louisville just lost their starting quarterback, and like he's out for the season as a wrap. And their backup quarterback has been in and out of the game for the last couple of weeks. They haven't even announced their starter yet. Like, think about that. Do you think their offense is going to be motoring? I doubt it. So the line is Clemson minus 23.5. I'm taking Clemson at minus 23.5. I think Clemson is going to have a great day and walk all over Louisville. That's what I personally believe in my heart. Okay, the number 4 team in the country is Ohio State. Ohio State plays on Friday night on the 18th. They play Friday night at 8:30 at Northwestern in Chicago. And the line is minus 28. And Northwestern, if I'm not mistaken, I want to find out what their record is real quick. Northwestern, whom they play at Friday at 8:30, is 1-4. Northwestern is 1-4. Ohio State's the number 4 team in the country. That should be a cakewalk. Ohio State is known for running up the score. They should walk all over Northwestern. They should be up by 28 at least at halftime, unless Northwestern pulls some rabbits out of their hat. But I don't see them giving Ohio State any resistance. So if we're talking about the top 4 teams in the country playing straight doormats, Alabama plays Tennessee, doormat. LSU plays Mississippi State, who lost to Tennessee last week, doormat. Clemson should not have a problem. And OSU, Ohio State plays Northwestern. These are all cakewalks, guys. Like, Clemson should make short work of, I forget who Clemson plays. I just said it. Oh, Louisville. Louisville just lost their quarterback. That doesn't mean they're going to walk all over them, but I don't see Louisville putting up that much resistance unless they have a great defense, which I'm not really sure, but I know offensively I don't see them putting up a lot of points against Clemson, that Clemson defense. The number 5 team in the country, Oklahoma. And Oklahoma plays West Virginia. Now, West Virginia, let me look up their record. So the line is -34, and that's 5 touchdowns. And West Virginia is 3-3. But if you look at West Virginia's recent games, they have lost 3 straight. They lost 2 straight. They lost to Iowa State, 38-14. They lost to number 11 Texas, 42-31, and they lost to NC State. Actually, no, that's wrong. They beat NC State. I apologize. They beat NC State. They lost to Missouri. They lost to Missouri 38-7. Now, granted, that was only the second game of the season, but I really like Oklahoma in this game. Oklahoma has a high-power offense. They had probably the front runner for the Heisman, Jalen Hurts, the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in college football. I really like Oklahoma to run up the score this weekend. Seriously. Actually, Jalen Hurts plays for Alabama. I'm sorry. Who is Oklahoma's quarterback? Oklahoma QB. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I misquoted. Nah, I'm right. Yep, Jalen Hurts. I was right. I don't know why I second guessed myself. I apologize. All right. Moving forward, let's go to so again, I would take Oklahoma at -34, unless you guys think for some reason that West Virginia is going to put up a stronger fight. Number 6, Wisconsin. Wisconsin plays on Saturday at noon, Illinois. Illinois, one of the doormats of college football. Wisconsin at -31, I would take them. I can't see myself taking the points in any of these games so far, except for maybe West Virginia. Maybe. Moving forward, so we got Wisconsin, Penn State. Now, the Penn State game I'm kind of, staying away from because they play Michigan. Penn State is ranked number 7 in the country. Michigan is ranked number 16 in the country, and we never know which Michigan is coming to show up. The line is Penn State -9. If you feel frisky and you want to take Michigan at +9, feel free, but that's not really the direction I'm going. I'm just staying away from that game completely. Notre Dame is ranked number 8, number 8, and they don't play this weekend. Florida. So Florida is playing, I'll let you know in a second, South Carolina, who beat Georgia last week, which was the biggest upset of the season so far. And the question is, does Georgia have does South Carolina have 2 of those in them? Or did Florida watch that tape and are they going to jump all over unranked South Carolina and destroy them this weekend? The line is only 5.5. Is Florida -5.5? I believe that Florida is going to beat South Carolina by way more than 5.5. But people thought that about Georgia last week. I don't think Florida is going to drop the same ball that Georgia dropped last week. Number 10. Speaking of Georgia, Georgia lost a big game last week, and this week they play Kentucky at home. And because they lost a big game last week, I don't want to be the team that has to play Georgia this week. The line is Georgia -25. I would take it because I just literally Georgia's going to come out on fire, and that's just is what it is. So those are the top 10 teams in the country. I suggest you bet heavily on these top 10 teams to cover and put them on parlays. Be creative. Who else plays this weekend? Appalachian State has a game that they should win. I think the line is plus 14.5. I would take it. Cincinnati. I would take Cincinnati. I like Texas. I would take Texas. I would take Boise State. Those are some games. I would take Auburn. Bet them heavy. And lastly, Oregon. If you want to take them at -3 against who do they play? Washington. Then feel free. This is Charismatic Lee with another episode of Talk What You Know. Get at me.